Yo, what is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. And, well, we are finally here. We are 3 weeks into the college football season, and finally, I've gotten to the point where I'm okay enough with the updated rosters. I finally finished up the team that was very important on the decision I made, and that was the Baylor Bears. I still have 4 teams left to finish, but if you can't tell by the title of this video, we're going to go a different direction than Kansas, a different direction than Tennessee. We're going to go with Oregon State. My reason this being it's Kansas, I guess I just kind of wanted something different with Kansas. I kind of didn't want to go back to the Big 12. That's my only reasoning. I actually definitely would have been down to go and rebuild Kansas again because I've been watching them more and more in real life ever since I had that Dynasty with them, and I love Puka Williams. He's a beast, but yeah, I think I just didn't want to go back to the Big 12. I just had my last series in the Big 12, so I thought going that way, I didn't really want to go about it. And then Tennessee was a team that I was pretty much ready to choose. I was going to go Tennessee. I was going to play in the SEC because I wanted to do a series with that. But some of the rebuilds just don't seem like actual rebuilds. And the reason I didn't choose Tennessee was they have a lot of guys in this game that are already very high rated. And I know in the SEC, the teams are pretty high rated. But this is a solid team. I'm not quite sure how much of a rebuild it would be. I mean, I don't think they're going to be going out winning the SEC in this dynasty, but I just didn't feel like it was much of a rebuild. A lot of high 80s, mid 80s for a long time, other than these other teams that need a real proper rebuild. And the reason I chose Oregon State is because I have a chance to really kind of flip over the roster after year one. My quarterback, I don't have great guys at the quarterback position, but the one I do is an 80 overall senior. I got another senior in the wide receiver position and a senior at tight end. 4 of the 5 offensive linemen are seniors. We have some seniors on the defensive side of the ball too. And this is a team that's kind of struggled as of recent in real life. So I thought it was a pretty good rebuild. I also really wanted to dive into the Pac-12 for once. I've definitely touched on the ACC, the Big 10, the Big 12. I haven't really touched on the SEC or the Pac-12, so this made this decision a lot better to be able to go into the Pac-12 and see if I could cause some damage in the Pac-12 with a team like Oregon State. I think it's going to be a lot of fun playing against UCLA, USC, Oregon, Washington, Utah. A lot of teams that I don't really get to face out on the West Coast with most of the series that I've done. So I'm definitely looking forward to that with a lot of competition in the Pac-12 and hopefully bring this team get them to the top of the Pac-12. So that's why I chose Oregon State. Should be a nice ride. Should be really fun. Last year they were terrible in real life, so hopefully we can kind of flip the script there and get some things done. These are the sliders that I'm using. I'm still not really set on a slider set. This one's just Jared's slider set from Operation Sports, his black set, which is the hardest one he has, as you'll see the ratings here on my side compared to the CPU side. Quite different, but yeah, I think this series is going to be a lot of fun. The rosters are pretty much done except for a few teams, so I kind of got to stay away from the teams for about 3 or 4 years before the rosters are really flipped, and those teams are Florida Atlantic, Florida International, Bowling Green, and South Florida. For those of you that are fans of any of those teams, those are not done yet. Those are the only 4. Otherwise, most of the teams are even almost updated to week 1 with the depth charts and everything. So other than those 4, the rosters are pretty set, and that's why Oregon State just got finished to update it to week 1. So that also was a reason why I kind of waited a little bit, but also I was waiting for Baylor to get done because if I was going to choose Kansas, then I needed Baylor to be finished. I wasn't going to play with last year's Baylor team, so it just doesn't, I just don't like to have that feel in the Dynasty. So, yeah, that's basically where my decision came from in this series. As you see, I'm going through redshirting some guys, but I'm really excited to finally get back in this NCAA football dynasty and start posting on the channel. So hopefully you guys are excited for the series. I'm excited to really dive deep into this one, hopefully go even further than we have before with any other franchise. So make sure you give me your suggestions on what you think. Actually predict what you think our overall record will be this year playing in the Pac-12 with this team, as I'll show you our schedule right now. North Texas, Hawaii, at Utah, at San Diego State, versus Colorado, bye week, at Washington State, at Cal, versus Stanford, versus USC, at Arizona State, at Washington, versus Washington, and at Oregon. If I had to guess right now, I would guess that is probably like a 4-8 team, I think, maybe. So I caught a lot of tough opponents there, so we'll have to see how things go. But start off week 1 against North Texas, the Mean Green. I already have it recorded. I will post it tomorrow. If you guys want to see it, make sure you like the video and subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.